Lovely girls, who of you at least once in your life has not asked the desire to really blow the roof off a man? The advice to just be very good or very bad in this case is clearly not a helper, because to make the roof of the chosen one flew away, you need a game at the end of which is sure to shine winning. Therefore, below girls will learn how to play, excite, flirt, be alluring, and involve a man in an interesting, not boring and little predictable game. So beauties, why among you there are those who easily and simply jumped out of marriage, and there are those who are still alone? Why some men willingly flooded with compliments and immediately go to flirt, and others look at others as an empty fishbowl? What are the reasons why some girls live in marriage to a ripe old age, and others get out of the relationship barely had time to start? Maybe it's the looks that matter? But look around, single beauties around so many. Perhaps it is a matter of character? But how many abandon really good, decent women? So what is the point really? How to make a man to follow you to the end of the world, stuttering with love? What do you need to be that guys literally queue up to join the beautiful and desirable? To make the roof of the man flew away from you, pump on the three main parameters. Hit your instincts. Hit on emotions. Hit the interest. Go for the instincts. What could be more primitive and ancient than the proverbial instincts? What do we truly love like all other animals? We are happy when we eat and mate. That's the base that you, dearie, should be focusing on. To get a man, you need to look like Cindy Crawford. Look like Cindy Crawford in her prime. This applies not only to makeup and clothes, but also to manners. To cook like a court chef. Men love a good meal. Make the house a cozy and comfortable nest that draws from wherever the guy is. Provide a man as much intimacy as he is willing to endure, while being in a weak position as a woman should. So, your job is to create a comfort zone for your half so that he feels good around you. Catch the emotions, but instincts alone will not be enough. Instincts are good for men with primitive and simple-minded brains that have forgotten to evolve. You can build relationships with such guys too, but if your level, my dear, is a little higher than a plumber's wife, read on. Emotions can be good, bad, complicated. Good emotions. Special dates should be present in your couple. It would be cool if you beat your dating anniversary with a romantic dinner. Watch a good movie together that evokes strong emotions in both of you. Spend your leisure time together in places that evoke mental upliftment. It can be an amusement park, water park, etc. Don't forget about little surprises for no special occasion. Flirting is your everything. Just twirling around in front of a guy in your new underwear will give him the roofies. Make his Mimi meter go off the charts. This is a kind of moment of tenderness, for example, in the form of a bite on the shoulder or a playful, inviting look. Feel free to compliment him as often as possible. Being the nicest feels good to any man. Even if he just screwed in a light bulb, praise him for his thriftiness and golden hands. Make him feel like a winner around you. To do this, just ask him to help you with something and sincerely thank him. Show the guy that he is your main authority. Follow his advice and do as he says. That's the payoff, without pressure and strong pressure, as if in passing. Say that the man would make a great husband and father. Be sure to get to know his parents and friends. Try to like you so that the impression of you is good. If a man has ill wishers and even enemies, speak negatively about them, and praise those people who are dear to him. Come up with more reasons for joint leisure time, which brings closer than anything else. A trip to the countryside for kebabs will be ideal. Arrange periodic sets for socializing. For example, while cooking, call him to your kitchen and ask him a question that, ostensibly, you really care about. For example, about the rise of Bitcoin or the fall in Tesla stock. And then just enjoy the monologue, occasionally inserting os and ooze into it. But good emotions alone won't build a relationship with pepper. You need a touch of toxicity to make them play out in all their colors. Bad emotions to add a spoonful of musk to the honey barrel. Disappear from time to time. You don't have to be available 24/7. You don't have to respond lightning fast to messages in Messenger. And you can ignore some of them by replying to just one text message. Agree with his opinion, but not always. Leave room for a healthy argument discussion to make it interesting to be with you. Never dissolve in your partner 100%. Leave space for hobbies, pastimes, interests, friendship. Show that you are a holistic, self-sufficient person. Occasionally allow him to comfort himself. Play the frustrated poor girl who can't come to her senses after seeing a sick animal, for example. You can even cry. Let him drain your tears with strong male support. Suddenly bombard him with a toxic question that will leave him stunned. This will bring a touch of unpredictability to your relationship. If you're in a fight, offer to settle first, but a little later. Tell him you were hurt and saddened by his silence during the day. Offer not to fight anymore, cuddle and kiss. Complex emotions. Such emotions open up room for intrigue. Take the man slightly out of his comfort zone. Ask him to vacuum the living room and help you around the house a little. Make it so he doesn't feel like a housewife, and be sure to praise him for his help. Try involving him in cooking together. Cook pizza, for example, which you will eat in the evening over your favorite TV show. This engages the man in a womanly activity and allows him to feel one with you. Show your partner that there are areas in which your level of expertise is higher than his. For example, tell him that not only humans are prone to self-sacrifice in the interests of others, because such behavior is characteristic of even bacteria. With your awareness, you will show that you are also a person, and you will grow in his eyes. If there is a real opportunity for this, ask a man to give you a gift. 100 times think, because if a man does not give you the desired gift, your status will swing towards a weak position. If the gift does take place, however, it will further strengthen your relationship. Discreetly attract the attention of other guys, make them flirt, and then shoo away right in front of your soulmate. The main condition: he should not guess. Always leave some personal space for him and yourself. Don't be stuffy. There should be time that you spend apart. Don't tail him, don't hover over him 24 hours a day. The more you take a break from each other, the more quality time you'll have together. Balance matters. It's important that bad and good emotions are balanced. Maneuver between them like a nimble helmsman. An example can be given with tea. 1 or 2 spoonfuls of sugar to your tea, and the perfect drink is ready. But if you add 3 or 4 spoonfuls, it's too sweet. And if you don't add it at all, the tea will be bitter. I mentioned above that it's a good idea to flaunt lacy panties in front of a guy once in a while. But if you do it every minute, it will be a clear overkill and will cause rather rejection and doubt in your adequacy. The squelching of toxic emotions is even more catastrophic. They can break the strongest relationships altogether. In other words, don't overplay your hand and keep a balance. The ratio is roughly 1:10, meaning 1 toxic emotion for 10 good ones. Hook interests. The more you have in common interests, life plans, views, and values, the stronger your relationship will be, because in real life opposites rarely come together. If you're close on issues of political preferences, having children, marriage, and other global things, then you've both hit the jackpot, you might say. But if one of you has a strictly scientific mindset and the other believes in demons and witches, the relationship will be a failure. If you really like a guy, but you can't find common topics for conversation, just visit his profile. Perhaps the page is full of music, and the man is an avid music lover. Listen to his favorite compositions, go a little deeper into the topic, and your conversation will go like butter. By the way, find out the preferences and interests of the guy can not only on his social networks. There are other ways. Common acquaintances, his friends, brothers, and sisters. Having collected a whole portfolio of what lives and what is interested in the beloved, you can take the bull by the horns. Even if the area of his interest neurobiology or metal resistance. Your task is to show that you are both soulmates who have finally found each other in the time and space continuum. So darling, once you're up to speed on all 3 parameters, you'll automatically turn into a girl. Pleasant. Incredibly interesting. Amused to marry. And most importantly, playing this game, do not forget about honesty and sincerity, but forget about lying and even more betrayal, because this most men do not forgive. Do not play around and say stop until the moment when the guy feels that they play. So and only so, you beauty will definitely blow the roof off anyone.